we have a lot of gold. But what I'm loving about this grand finale, you guys, we have an hour and 40 minutes left in our gold sale. There won't be another big day of jewelry sales like this in many, many months to come. The next one is Gem Day, but that's all gems, and that's February. This is the moment. It is our QVC 2 Big Deal. One of the hottest shows on the day was our J Jewelry Show that my dear friend Scott Grimes and our own Rick Domeyer hosted earlier today. We are here now with no reorder. You have to get it while we have it, and it is our box chain that we have in the extra small, the average, and the large. We had 4,800. We are not getting this back in stock. If you want the extra small, we have 375, and that is 28.7 grams of sterling silver. I'm not kidding you. If you want the small, we only have 400 left forever, and that is over 30.6 grams of silver. If you want the average, 700 left, that is over 34.4 grams of sterling silver. And then our large, fewer than 300, that's 36.5 grams. So our QVC price is $255.50. And as the resident silver nut around here, I'm going to tell you that is amazing for this much gorgeous handcrafted silver. You're getting it at a QVC 2 Big Deal price at almost $100 off of our amazing price. We have easy pay, but we are never getting it back in stock. So Scott Grimes is joining us. Scott, what a show. I was kind of like late for work today because I couldn't take my eyes off you, together with our dear buddy Rick and all this gorgeous jewelry. But this is a last call on a best-selling bracelet.
Yes, so this is, you figure in our 8-year history here at QVC, this is our #1 selling hinged bangle. So just as we said, you're getting the beauty of solid sterling silver all the way around your wrist, but we've designed it as an oval, so therefore it fits like a cuff, and you've got the ease, but it's all the sterling silver, and then the beautiful engineering of the easy on and off. So coming from my well over a decade with John Hardy, I've been able to learn a couple of things about designing jewelry and manufacturing. And I mean that with all the respect in the world. John Hardy is one of the most amazing sterling silver designer jewelers in the world. And the past 8 years designing exclusively here for QVC, I wanted to make sure, and you taught me a ton too, Jane, because Jane and I would get off there and Jane would say, okay, now don't ever cheap them out. Don't ever hollow it out. Give her what she wants. Listen to her because she knows what she wants. So I like to pretend I'm the child of the 80s, bringing you the weighty sterling silver of the 80s. I'm giving you that weight that you love. So as you said, Jane, about weight, this is 4 times the recommended weight in sterling silver. May I ask you a question?
Yes, dear. How about I know the answer?
Why do you... Okay, so I have a question for you, because we've presented a lot of J together, and you've presented a ton of bangles in your here at QVC. Why do you think this bangle, why this style? Like, what is it about this one that you think has resonated? And I just ask because as I look to make the next story at J, I want to find out what everyone loved here, because it's close to 100 5-star reviews, and how do I make it even better and take her on the next journey?
Well, good luck making it better, dude, because, oh my God. But #1, it's always the look, right? So it's this flow. It looks to me like a river, right? You can see how that box, which is your #1, that's why we have this one, because this is the #1 best-selling design from Jay, that it's like a river. It's like a flow of beauty, and it's always changing, and it's never the same. It's never static. But #2, it's the weight. You know, so many times through the years, you're right, Scott, people would say, I got this home and I got out of the box and I was disappointed in how it felt. Get ready to be flabbergasted with how this feels, because while we have it, Scott, you've told us you cannot do this again. And I would love you to take everybody on the journey, because this is jewelry that is crafted so beautifully by artisans. It's like, it's this lost art that we're capturing at a price that I still cannot wrap my head around. I don't even know how we can do a large at 36.5 grams of gold, but this is how, or silver, this is how it starts.
So it is. So we still do the lost art of wax carving. We're not a computer animated brand. Everything is about the hand touch, the solid cast piece. it really is jewelry of yesteryear. We call it soulful craftsmanship because, as you can see, our Master J artisans do everything by hand and bring the stories of my inspirations and my travels to life in wearable jewelry that you will have forever, down from the initial sketch to the hand-applied oxidation, the fact that every piece is just perfectly polished, the engineering details. Again, there's a big, big difference of just giving you 40 grams of silver as opposed to literally recreating. And when you talked about the river flow, this is the balance and harmony. This was inspired from my 2.5 weeks of trekking through Japan. And I wanted to bring that philosophy of the yin and the yang, of having the ability to appreciate your heritage, but also look towards the future. You cannot have light without darkness. So I wanted to give you that gleaming, high polished sterling silver. And then on the other side, as you said, that is our quintessential signature box chain. Look how perfectly that is hand carved. The details, it literally looks like you were in an you were out there excavating and found this beautiful, and as you start to get the dirt away and look what's coming up, it's this carving that looks like it comes from years ago. And what's cool about it, when you said the play on it, the entire bangle is 8 millimeters wide. But as it rolls around, there's the play that gives it all that movement. And as you know, the hardest thing to do with precious metal is to make it look like there's movement
Like it's
to
moving,
it.
yep.
To take a solid aesthetic and be able to play with the light and the angles and bring it to you in such an amazing modern way. There's a reason why it's our #1 selling bangle, but I don't understand how we presented this, you and I, Jane, as a today's special value in June, and
Right.
it flew out the door. We just brought these back in stock, and we brought it back 3 weeks ago for a March visit, and now here we are saying goodbye to it as it flies out the door.
It's fun. And if you're new to QVC and you're having so much fun on this Friday night party with Courtney and Jane and Scott and all our fabulous guests, this is like a today's special value. We have QVC and we have QVC2. And on QVC, we have today's special values. And on QVC2, we have the QVC2 big deal. That is what this is. But we brought in 4,800. Are you ready to hear what we have left? So in the extra small, and that's you if you wear about like a 6 or 6.5 inch bracelet, 345 forever, then it's gone. Then the small, that's what I wear. That's like 6 3/4-ish. We have about 350. Then the average, that's 7 to about 7 1/4, 7.5, because it's oval and it's hinged. That's been the most popular. We're down to the final 570 forever. And then in the large that fits the 8-inch wrist, fewer than 200, the extra large is completely sold out. Here is where you need to put your future vision goggles on and say, when am I going to need a really big, bold, beautiful gift? Or when am I going to just need something like this, like the ancient Incas called silver, tears of the moon. And you know, silver is so romantic. It's always been my favorite metal. And I mean, look at our Blair. She is literally dripping in silver and gold and diamond-ique, and she looks spectacular. And Scott, our Courtney's here tonight. So Court, I want you to weigh in on this one.
I think the thing I love most about this collection, obviously, Scott, you put so much love and passion behind it, and it's hard to find any sort of designer jewelry these days where you get to meet the person designing your jewelry, but you have a signature look. And that's why when we go out to fancy stores and we buy designer jewelry, it can be weighty or not, but just in the world of sterling silver, I'm sure there's that double name that comes in a lot of our minds as like high-end, expensive silver jewelry. A lot of times you're not just paying for the silver, you're also paying for, when people see that on your wrist, they understand what brand that is. You've done an excellent job of creating that. As soon as you see this bracelet, and you have so many pieces, so many bangles, so many chains, so many earrings and rings, but you always keep your signature DNA in your pieces. That way now we can actually build a collection. And I just think that's so special given the value and the price points that we're also able to do.
So thank you very, very, very much, because what you said speaks to a lot of our behind the scenes, and we're a small team, but we're in an infancy stage. We're 8 years old. as a brand. And we look to be around here from even when I have gone and passed on. I want the story of Jay and the travels and the inspiration and the quality to live forever. So we try very hard to make sure that we develop a brand DNA that speaks to our story, our heritage, our craftsmanship. And just as you said, that DNA that gets pulled all the way through, not only is it the quality and craftsmanship, but it really is that box chain. And I know both of you ladies know because the box chain has been around since the earth cooled. And it's been around in fine jewelry forever. We can walk down Fifth Avenue at any point and go into the highest end retail and say, I see it, I see it, I see it.
Right.
But what we see there is a little bit dumbed down. It's a traditional perfect box. It's normally a base metal where we have softened it. We have modernized it. We have made it the hero that the box chain should be.
Right.
So to bring it in this beautiful hinged bangle with the play of that high polish and the artistry of the hand applied oxidation of that box chain, there's just it really was a home run because it kind of met everything that we wanted to be.
So we have an update. And I also have to say, I'm looking at this right now and I'm getting this whole rock star vibe, right? I really am. I'm getting a rock star vibe. So like if you're someone that's like, is it for me? Like who is that person in your family when they walk in the room, they just like emanate light, right? Yeah. I mean, it's just, this is that bracelet. This is the bracelet to make you feel strong and powerful and I can do anything. And I've sold silver a long time. We don't sell bracelets that are for the large. We're going to start here. Over an ounce of precious metal. This cannot be reduced by fire. This is silver that the Italians called the friendly metal, right? That just like, when I see a woman in silver, it's just like, she gets it. She's stylish. So here's the update. If you want the large, which will fit about an 8-inch wrist, we have about 100 to go around. And look, I snuck in the earrings, Scott and Courtney, because we're going to be chatting about those too. And this clasp is just like Fort Knox, right? It's just like, boom, we're done. Okay, then in the average, we brought in the most of those, but we only have 450 to go around. And if any of you have the box change, which I own maybe in about 2 or 3 different incarnations, I'm not wearing it tonight because I took a lot of my regular bracelets off because I knew I'd be wearing a lot of gold. This would be perfect, that soft link, that flexible link next to this bangle. Then the small, which is what I wear, and that's about a 6 3/4-inch wrist. We have 300 forever. Now, this is an expiring price, and this is something that's never coming back in stock. And then we have it in the extra small, only 300 left in the extra small. So if somebody's just tuning in, Scott, having fun tonight, said, wait, this is awesome. I thought I was just going to see gold. I didn't know I was going to see diamond and gems and sterling silver.
Also, how is it the same price for all of them?
Everything. Like the large is 36.5 grams of gold.
That is amazing. I love that.
And that should be 8 grams of gold to be a heavyweight. And you're at 36. Overachiever.
I found out on Friday that this was the big deal. Again, because this was a nice surprise for all of us. And when QVC shared what they were thinking about to offer it at, I said, you do realize in my couture world, I can't make silver earrings at this price. I go, you do realize that for my J brand, most of my bangles and cuffs start around $350 and go up to $400. I go, so you're really creating a special treat, but you're going to make it very hard for me to come back. You know what I mean? Because my goal is always to surprise and delight. So what I would like to, when at home, ladies, if you look down at your wrist and you are looking to refresh it, if you are looking to add to your arm candy, your wrist party, and Jane, as you said, you want to add that modernity, you want a little bit of that rock and roll edge, you just want that oomph. This is where you go.
Like, look,
because of that balance. It's so classic, which is amazing to be able to create those clean fluid lines, but at the same time, it's still so rock and roll and modern and edgy. It's weird how it plays in both lanes.
And I think anybody can wear it, right? I don't care, what pronoun you identify as. Like, this is a bracelet. This is a bangle that anyone can wear. We just watched Ratatouille again. That movie makes me sob like a baby. Anyone can cook. Jackie says so too. Anybody can wear this bracelet, and